Hey everybody, it's Andre from Rudirudel, and today I'm going to build the drawers for my workbenches. If you want to see part 1 of the series again, where I build the workbenches themselves, I put a link to that in the description. Okay, I've already made up my mind what I want the drawers down here to be. Up here, first of all, I want to have some free space so I can still add clamps to the corner of the workspace. And then I'm going to put something over here to prevent dust from falling into the uppermost drawer. And then I want 3 shallow drawers of around 10 centimeters height that will hold all my hand tools and measuring equipment, stuff like that. And then I want a big drawer in the bottom that will keep, for example, my circular saw, my jigsaw and so on, to have a little more space down here. Okay, so now that I have assembled all the drawers, I put them here right in the corner of the workshop and I laid them out just as the layout shall be later on in the workbench, and I measured everything and it seems to fit pretty well. Okay, these are the drawer slides for the workbench drawers. I bought them off of Amazon. They are the cheapest I could find in 550 millimeters length. And actually they even have soft close and everything, so it's gonna be pretty fun. They are really heavy, like that heavy, and I've used those before in a different length. That was for my home-built server rack. Sorry, no video of that. And okay, let's unpack. I'm gonna put them in like this, just on the floor, and then I'm gonna use spacers for the next drawers. And up here I will need 18 millimeters free space for the drawer front. So Okay, as you just saw, I had some problems with kickback when cutting this foam mat, and I had to recut it because it was like 1 millimeter too thick. And I did that with another setting and it caused even worse kickbacks. So I really, if anybody does the same, I really recommend setting your blades like only very tightly above the surface. And then, unlike wood, you only have to push wood in, right? But this you have to keep pushing down here in the middle between the saw blade and the fence, because otherwise it'll start like warping up and turning backwards and giving a kickback. Okay, for the drawer front, I came up with a pretty unique idea. At least I hope it's pretty unique. This is chalkboard paint that is left over from another project that my wife did. And I bought these special chalkboard pens off of Amazon. And with those I will write on the fronts whatever is inside the drawers, so I can keep track where everything is. And if my wife works in here, she'll also be able to keep track. And now, why do I not write it on there permanently? Well, basically, if your workshop is like mine, you're gonna be reorganizing it like every second week or so, and that may make it difficult for other people to keep track of where all your tools are. Okay, off camera I gave the later front side of the drawers a second coat. First I sanded it down with 240 grit sandpaper, and then I gave it a second coat of that chalkboard paint. And as you can see here, this really makes a difference at all. This is, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really rough and it has already like catched some sawdust. This is the back side. And now same board, the front side that I did 2 times, and it's a lot smoother. It didn't take any dust at all. And same goes for all the other front sides. Okay, it worked more or less. As you could see in the beginning, the drawer face for the very bottom drawer, I cut the wrong size, which is pretty annoying, but I guess I'll just make the next bottom drawer on the next workbench a little shallower, and then it will work out, and I'll cut a new one for this. And of course I need to paint this too, and that's just too much for today. I'm not gonna like get all the paint out just for one drawer face. I'm gonna do this in a week or two. And the other ones, well, I wanted to stick to the double-sided tape. As you saw, it didn't work out that way. And then I wanted to go with hot glue, but hot glue is empty. Yeah. So I eyeballed it in more or less, and for eyeballing it turned out pretty well. Now that I am finished, I can see that on this side here, I'm going to show that to you, this drawer sticks out a little bit all the time. I don't know why that is, because the other ones are flush as they should be. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna correct that, if I'll just leave it like that. After all, it's only a shop cabinet, right? But so far, this seems to be the only really bad thing the only one that really would be called a mistake, I guess. And I'm happy with that. Okay, so for the next two workbenches I'm going to build the drawers without using a camera, just because it's a little faster. And I'll come back with the next video about finishing up these workbenches, and well, then let's see what comes next, right?